Brachot, 6th chapter, 7th Mishnah. לאחר שלמדנו במשנה ה', after we covered in the 5th Mishnah, שברכת הפת פותרת את הפרפרת, that when we make the blessing on a bread, it includes in it all the side dishes that comes with the bread. היינו שהעיקר פותר את הטפל, which means that the main thing includes with it all the secondary. באה משנתנו להשמיע, our Mishnah comes to teach us, שיש וגם הפת תפלה למאכל אחר, that there are times where the bread is secondary to something else. ובחגון זה נפטרת הפת בברכת המאכל שהוא עיקר. And in such a condition, then the bread is going to be secondary to the main dish, which is something else. And then the main dish is the main blessing, and one doesn't have to make a blessing on the bread. הביאו לפניו מליח, they put in front of him something salty, דבר מלוח, כגון דגים מלוחים, like salty fish, או זיתים מלוחים, or salty olives, וכדומה, and similar things, בתחילה, in the beginning. What does it mean? היינו כי עיקר מזונות, that was supposed to be the main dish, ולא כפרפרת לפת, it wasn't a secondary to the bread. That was supposed to be the main dish. בגמרא מבואר, in the Gemara it explains, כגון שאכל באותו יום מנה קדושה של פירות מתוקים, for example, he ate a meal of sweet fruits, והוא זקוק עתה למליח כדי להפיג את המתיקות, and he wants now to eat something salty to take away the sweetness. ברם לפי רש"י, but according to רש"י, יוצא שמליח אמור במשנה, he says that the maliach that is stated in the Mishnah, היינו פירות ארץ ים כנרת. It is the fruits of the land next to the Kinneret Sea, next to the Galilee Sea, which is supposed to be very special fruits that people will make specific blessings on them because of their specialty. שהם חשובים מן הפת, and they were considered at the time to be more important than the bread. ופת עמו. So let's say we're talking about a salty fish, and one eats bread with the salty fish. ואוכל מעט לחם עם המליח, and he eats a little bit of bread with the salty fish, מפני שקשה לו לאכול את המליח לבדו, because it's hard to eat the salty fish by itself, it is too salty. מברך על המליח, in such a case, he makes a blessing on the salty fish, הברכה המיוחדת לו, for example, in our case it will be שהכל נהיה בדברו, הוא פותר את הפת מברכה, and then he doesn't need to make a blessing on the bread, because the bread at that instant is secondary to the fish. שהפת תפלה לו, והברכה על העיקר פותרת את הטפל, and we already established that the blessing on the main dish includes in it all the secondary dishes, and in our case the bread is a secondary dish. זה הכלל, this is the rule. כל שהוא עיקר ועמו תפילה, anything that is the main dish and with it comes the secondary dish, האוכל שני מאכלים שאחד מהם הוא עיקר מזונו והשני תפלו. In other words, when you eat any food with the first being a main dish and the second one being a secondary dish, מברך על העיקר, he only needs to make a blessing on the main dish, whatever it is, הוא פותר את התפל, and he doesn't have to make a blessing on the secondary dish, because it is included within the main dish. Most of the time, the main dish is the bread, like in our times.